Oh, I wrote Trudeau. I wrote Justin yesterday and just let him know
Good old Justin.
what was happening. And said, turns out that I'm having my professional license threatened because I don't agree with you, which I certainly don't. And I just thought, you might be interested in knowing that this is occurring on your watch. And so anyways, I wrote him, and then I sent that to the National Post, and they said they wanted to publish it as an op-ed. So I added an introductory paragraph and a concluding paragraph just to let everybody know the context. And that's going to be published tomorrow. And I know a number of reporters who are going to cover this in the next few days. And it'll get some international attention soon. And so what do you think's going to happen?
I think if I had to guess, I think that they'll say, you know what, after looking into these, we realized that these are just random people on Twitter complaining, and we're going to throw them out and not pursue you further. I think that's what my guess is. The alternative is they'd literally take your license, and I think that that's also easily possible, but it would be such a public war, and it shows that their system is broken. It's obvious that the system is broken if that's what happens, if they take your license for your opinion tweets. It shows that their system is broken. I don't think that they can let that happen. And eventually someone will figure out what's happening and say, guys, you have to let this go. Somebody at the top.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know, kiddo.
I don't know.
Because I keep thinking that, the tide will turn and this is self-correcting, but everything's self-correcting in the long run.
Yeah.
But, when the Israelites were wandering through the desert, that was 3 generations. So the long run can be a very long time, and things self-corrected in the Soviet Union to some degree, but it took 60 years and, 30 to 40 million deaths. And so things can fall apart pretty damn badly. And if we think we're immune to that in a place like Canada, it's just because we're, so sheltered, we're naive beyond belief. It isn't clear to me at all that a third of Canadians have virtually no allegiance whatsoever to the ideas of freedom of association, allegiance, conscience, and expression. The rapidity with which Canadians, particularly in Toronto, leapt forward to adopt all the restrictions of the mask mandates was absolute evidence of that. And there's still plenty of people here who are more than happy to have their masks on and who I think would wear them for the rest of their lives, especially if they had the extra delight of being able to tell other people that they also had to wear them. So I don't know what'll happen, kiddo. I mean, what do I think will happen? I don't think that they'll do what you said, at least in the immediate future, because I think they made too many decisions already to backtrack without the kind of embarrassment that should necessitate resignation. And so I think what'll happen is they'll pray devoutly that I go the hell away, and that I'm actually afraid of their public hearing, but I'm not. In fact, I'm much less afraid of that because I can represent myself then. I'm much less afraid of that than of anything we're doing presently. And so I think they'll go through with that. I think they have to, I don't know, there's 2 endpoints. They resign and apologize, or they walk this through and take my license. Those are the options. So
I guess it depends how badly Canada is going to fall before it corrects itself. Because I think the universities are dead. I think the universities are dead. I don't know if the, colleges that are around for doctors, those might be dead too. So it can get pretty bad.
The classic hallmark of a tyrant is that under duress, they double down. So I suspect what they'll do now is they'll release something like a public statement indicating that my vociferous attempts to defend myself are nothing but my utility of my own proclivity for bullying to bring the weight of my alt-right followers unfairly to bear on this issue. So they'll play the victim card, right? Despite the fact that I have left them alone 100%, and that the reverse isn't true. Now they'll say, well, they're just doing their professional duty. It's like, well, I guess that's what the dispute's about. I don't think you're just doing your professional duty. I think you're a pack of envious scoundrels hiding your own incompetence behind the opportunity to persecute. That's what I think. And so, when you think I'm a reprehensible alt-right bully, it's like, okay, I think you're wrong about that. Let's have it out. We'll see what everyone thinks when the dust settles. So I guess that's where we're at, kiddo.